Hey, BookTube, Sean here. Filming upstairs today because I have some decent natural light coming in and I have the house to myself, so I'm not bothering anybody by sitting on the floor filming. And the cats, I think, have gone downstairs, so they may not bother me either. So today I want to do my last 4 books read. I talked about this in my book haul video that I posted on Monday. Instead of doing a weekly update or a monthly wrap up, I kind of want to take the last 4 books I read and talk about those. And as I talked about the cats going downstairs and not bothering me, one just showed up. Yes, we hear you. Come say hi. This is Oliver. Anyway, where was I? Okay. Last 4 books read. Yeah, I just want to talk about because I don't read conventionally, I guess. I finish books so sporadically. Sometimes I'll finish 3-4 books in a week and then go 3-4 weeks without finishing anything because I just read too many different things at one time. Like right now I'm all over the place and can't focus on a single book right now. And I just keep starting everything. But anyway, so last 4 books read. First one is going to be Voice of War by Zach Argyle. This is the second time I've tried to film this video, and I was going to do a full separate review of this book, but I don't write stuff down, and every time I've tried to explain this book, I'm all over the place and I just can't seem to verbalize what this book is about. And I feel like it's one that just needs to be read almost blind and experienced, but I'm gonna try. I've tried several times before, and I haven't been happy the way it has come out. But I'm just going to do it. In this book, we have a magic system called Threadlight. It's called the Threadlight series. The magic system is called Threadlight. It's kind of similar to the magic system in Mistborn, except this is inherent within them, where Mistborn, you have to ingest a metal. Now, granted, I haven't read the Mistborn trilogy, but I have read part of the first book, so I am familiar with how the magic system works. So I know that in Mistborn, they have to ingest the metal in order to be able to push or pull against it. And with Threadlight, it's just something that is in them that they can tap into and use that to push or pull against objects. And there's a couple different types of threadbearer, and you have sapphires who can, I think sapphires can pull, and emeralds can push against objects. So hang on, the other cat showed up and I have to close something before she types something to the world. So emeralds can push, sapphires can pull. It's just a well within them that they can tap into, but they can also become addicted to it. The way they find out if they're a sapphire or emerald, when a child is born, they keep their eyes closed until the next day, and there's a ceremony to see what color their eyes are. If they're blue, if they're sapphire, emerald, or brown. So brown would be you're born without Threadlight coursing through you. We have our main character Chris, who is a high general. He has just had a child, and he's at his child's ceremony to see what the color of their eyes is. Something happens that makes Chris have to flee and become the most wanted man in the land. Other perspective is we have Laurel, who is also a sapphire threadbearer, and she lives in a different land that is kind of up in the trees. She's a young messenger for her land. We have a point in the book, our introduction to her is Chris finds her when I'm struggling. There are blood thieves who are kidnapping threadbearers and stealing their blood so that they can ingest their blood and be threadbearers for short periods of time. So that is something that is going on. Chris is investigating something, investigating kidnappings. He comes across a lair of threadbearers, and Laurel is somebody who has been kidnapped, and then she escapes both the blood thieves and him. So he's trying to find her, and then there's a third perspective in the book that we come across that I really don't want to say much about, but know that about halfway through the book, you get a third character perspective. He's a great character, and I don't want to say too much about it because there's information that has to be revealed before that character is revealed, and that's why there's a third perspective around halfway through the book. I know that there's some reviews have criticized introducing a character that late in the book, but it couldn't be introduced until that point. There's certain information you have to know before that character could be introduced. Like I said, I absolutely loved this book. I gave it like 4.5 stars. And I can't sing this book's praises enough. And I also obviously can't describe it very well. It's something that I just think you need to read and experience and just go for the ride. I absolutely loved it. I have book 2 ready to go. I'm hoping to read it real soon. And yeah, Voice of War by Zach Argyle. Pick it up. Whew, now that I've stumbled my way through that, seriously, I have tried a couple of different times to even put my thoughts together to do a separate review video of that book. Andrew's Wizard of Reads posted a review video of it that I have not watched yet because I didn't want what he said to influence what I was going to say. I didn't want to end up copying things he said. So now, and I know his video is like 15 or 17 minutes. So I'm curious to see if he had issues trying to explain things too. So after I'm done with this, I'm probably going to go watch his video. But the second book I finished of the 4 is Nightfall by Daniel Barrett. Another one that Andrew has a review video for that I have not watched because I didn't want to watch it before I talked about it. But this is a short little novella. This is book 1 in the Nightmareland Chronicles. Cover art by Daniel. I didn't say the cover artist on this because I'm not familiar with them. But since I did the cover artist on this one, I'll try and do the cover artist on this one. Omir Burak Onal, because this is a fantastic cover too. But Daniel Serra, I love his artwork, and he does the covers for all of the Nightmareland books. And that's why I bought the physical copies, because I wanted the Daniel Serra covers. In this book, darkness has come upon the land. Just in an instant. The morning is going on, then all of a sudden, just darkness. And people react differently to that. Some people go a little mad. And so in this book, we follow 2 different characters. Let me get their names because they are not on the back. John Hawthorne is our first character, and he witnesses the light go out. But he's a pretty strong guy. He's got some issues, but he's a pretty strong guy. So he doesn't go mad like a lot of the rest of the neighborhood he's in and does. And then we have Mariah Novak. It's Nowak. I'm going to say Novak. I'm going to pronounce it with the German WV sound because that makes more sense to me. And she is a bartender who has a past relationship with John. So when this happens, John's first thought is he needs to go check on Mariah. So this book is basically those two perspectives, what she's going through in the time that he's going to try and rescue her, and his journey to go and rescue her. That's kind of what happens in this book, and that's as much detail as I want to give because it's short. I don't want to say too much, but this was fantastic, and I cannot wait to read the rest of the series. I should have read Lullaby by now. It's 99 pages. I should just sit down on a morning or afternoon that I have available and just knock that one out. And I'm going to soon because this was just fantastic. Third thing I finished is a play, actually. God of Carnage by Yasmina Reza, translated from the French by Christopher Hampton. Yasmina Reza is a playwright I enjoy. She wrote a play a long time ago called Art that won some Tony Awards, and I saw it live with Judd Hirsch. And it was just a fantastic play. The reason I read this, one, because it's Yasmina Reza. This has been out for a long time, and I hadn't read it yet. A lot of theaters I know have done it, and that's the reason I read it. Is my wife is going to be putting a production of this up, kind of a project she's working on, and I was reading it to see if I wanted to be involved or what my level of involvement I wanted to be, if I wanted to sign on to act in it, or if maybe I wanted to work on tech or something. But so I was reading it to see if I connected with any of the characters in a manner that, I've been on a break from theater for a long time, so I was going to need to really love and really connect with one of the characters as an actor to want to break my break that I've been on and do this, and I didn't. It is a fine play. What this is there's been an incident on a playground with two children, an incident of violence with two children, and this play is the two sets of parents getting together to discuss that incident, and then craziness ensues. But it's good. It's thought provoking. It doesn't give you it doesn't tie up a pretty little bow on everything at the end, which I like. And I just didn't connect with either of the male characters enough to want to perform in it. I still may, if my wife's been having trouble. My wife and the other person she's doing this project with, they've been having trouble finding a second. It's 2 men, 2 women. They've got one who is the other woman's husband, and who is going to direct the play. The other woman, my wife's going to be in it. The other woman's going to direct it, and her husband is going to play one of the men. And they've just been having trouble finding another guy to do the show. People have conflicts and just aren't available during the time frame that they're doing it. So if they can't find anybody, I still may end up doing it. But ideally, I won't separate from my break to do that. So anyway, that's 3. So the fourth one is another short one. It's All Systems Red by Martha Wells. Most people know this if you're in the science fiction fantasy world. This is the book 1 of the Murderbot Diaries. So we follow Murderbot, who is an android security bot, and it's weird to say android security bot, but they don't ever really call Murderbot an android in there, but that's what Murderbot is. It's an android. Anyway, Murderbot has hacked their governor module, so it doesn't have to download any updates. It gets to scan everything that comes in and decide if it wants to download it or not. And what it really wants to do is just watch the entertainment feeds that it downloads, and that's it. And as little human interaction as possible. But unfortunately, it has to rescue these pesky humans from getting killed. As I said, it's a quick read. It's fun. I enjoyed it. I read it because I was thinking about, and I still like the Hugos are December 17th. Book 5, the novel that came out, is nominated for the Hugo Award, and I had a fleeting thought that I might try to read the Hugo nominees, but you have Murderbot Book 5 nominated. You have Lady Astronauts Book 3 nominated. And Gideon the Ninth, Harrow the Ninth is nominated. So there's Gideon the Ninth to read before you read Harrow the Ninth. So there's just 7 books I would have to read before I could read 3 of the nominees. So yeah, I'm still going to play with it, but I'm not going to focus on trying to read the Hugo nominees. I thought I might, because I thought it'd be fun to read the Hugo nominees. Now I might do a video on this. I'm thinking about it. Let me know if you might want to see this. The Arthur C. Clarke nominations came out last week, and they're all debuts, and I've gotten my hands on all of them. So I might do that. So I might do a video on the Arthur C. Clarke nominees and my plans and possible plans to read those. So let me know if that's something you'd like to see. Another long list that I've been anxiously awaiting came out. Now this long list is 27 books. There's no way. But I do like to try. I do like to play with it. It's the Center for Fiction First Novel Prize long list, the Literary Fiction Award. Excuse me. And I like debut works. I like getting in at the ground floor of an author and discovering new authors and getting in at the ground floor of an author. So I've been anxiously awaiting that list to see what was on it. And I own 2 of the books that were on it, and a lot of them really sound cool. And that when the short list of that comes out, I may try to read the short list of that. I'm not going to push to read all 27 books of the long list this year. Not all of them even interest me. But anyway, I'm rambling. So that is it. That's the last 4 books I read. Have you read any of these? What did you think? What's some of the books you've read recently that you love? Let me know in the comments. Thank you to all my subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, the like button. Helps with the algorithms. You know the drill. I'll see you all in the next one.